Hello, and welcome to Germantown Municipal Television's special coverage of Election 2020. My name is Collin Cardot, a student at Houston High, and I'm excited to bring you interviews with the Germantown Board of Education candidates. Joining me now is a candidate for the Board of Education Position 3, Scott Williams. Mr. Williams is a former high school teacher and an adjunct professor at CBU. He also has 2 children at Riverdale. Mr. Williams currently serves as a labor attorney for FedEx, and today he is here to give us some insight into his plans as a Board of Education member for the city of Germantown. Mr. Williams, thank you for coming.
Thanks, Colin. Appreciate you inviting me.
So just to start off, if you'd like to tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, in addition to the introduction that you gave, I'm a member of Hope Church here in Memphis, and I like to ride bikes around the neighborhood that my family lives in, and I'm a recovering runner. I used to run competitive half marathons.
All right. What compelled you to run for office?
I have a kind of a passion for education. I'm a former public school teacher and I'm currently teaching at CBU. My kids are in the system, kind of care about education in our community, and I have a somewhat of a unique skill set and set of experiences that really no one else on the board would have. So I want to serve my community and on the school board.
Yes, sir. How do we keep the safeties of students a priority?
Well, I think, Colin, what the school district spends its money on communicates what's important to it. And the city of Germantown and the school district have prioritized improving the physical safety of our buildings. You can see SROs in the building and safety improvements. Even here at Houston High School, there's some new fencing and secure entrances. But I think it's also important for the district to focus on not just on physical safety, but also on psychological safety. And what I mean by that is students and teachers need to feel like our schools are a safe place to be themselves, to find out who they are as a young adult even. That they know that they won't be bullied for being who they are. And our teachers also need to feel safe and secure that they can try innovative new things to enhance student mastery. So we've got to work on both physical safety of our school buildings and then the psychological safety of the environment of learning.
Social emotional health is key for students to learn at their full potential. How do you see the district fulfilling that obligation?
Well, social emotional health is important. I think the contrast between sort of academic success, ACT scores and graduation rates, if a student is, excelling in math and they're getting good grades and they can speak 3 or 4 languages, but they can't control their emotions or they can't lead themselves and lead others, they can't handle conflict, they can't build relationships. None of that other stuff's really going to matter, right? So that is the social emotional component of education. We clearly need to continue to invest in those kinds of programs for our students.
As the district continues to grow, what's your vision for expansion in the future?
Well, I think top of mind is the Houston Middle School expansion. 2017, the district did a demographic study, and the demographer projected that our middle school students' grade bands would exceed our building's capacity both at Riverdale and at Houston in about 3 years. So top of mind issue is the physical expansion. But I think too, I know the COVID situation with remote learning and virtual instruction has had its challenges. Everyone is experiencing those things. Parents, teachers, students even are experiencing the challenges of remote learning. But it gives us an opportunity. we only have a couple of dual enrollment classes right now, and a lot of colleges are moving toward remote instruction. So I think there's an opportunity there to partner with some local colleges and universities to expand the curriculum that we're offering for dual enrollment. It also provides us an opportunity to expand and provide other course offerings that maybe there's only one or two students or a handful of students, primarily at the high school, that might be interested in a course, but maybe they could work together with another school district that's providing that course and participate remotely. So I think although there are challenges with remote learning, there's also opportunities as well.
The Germantown Municipal School District is one of the best in the state. How do you plan to strengthen communication between the BMA and the BOE and increase support for our schools?
Well, I think everyone understands and appreciates that most people move to Germantown because of the schools. The other aspects of our community, fantastic public service, public works, roads, parks, fantastic public safety response times, police and fire, those are all things that are important as well. But folks are moving to our town because of the fantastic schools. I think everyone sees our schools as an asset to our community, and I think like any relationship between the school and the city, it's a good one, but it can always be better, and we just need to have conversations and build relationships and share our concerns and our interests with each other so that we can work together to solve problems and do what's right for kids and students in our schools.
All right, Mr. Williams, do you have any last comments you'd like to leave us with?
Well, thanks again for the invitation. I appreciate it. I think that programs like this are the reason that I'm doing this. I like the opportunity to see young people like you excel and do things that they're interested in, and I want to continue to work with the school district and the superintendent and other school board members to continue to provide educational opportunities for all students, no matter what their interests are: athletics, arts, sciences, technology. I was a former science teacher myself in high school, and career and technical education. So all of those things are important to me to do as a school board member, and I just want to do what's best for the students of our district, because when we do what's best for our students, we're doing what's best for our community.
And thank you again for coming out. It was a pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for this interview. I'd like to thank my guest, Scott Williams, who is running for the Germantown Board of Education Position 3. If you'd like to watch more of our election coverage, please follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Germantown Municipal Television. You can watch us on Comcast Channel 17, AT&T U-verse Channel 99, and on our YouTube page. We'll be back with more interviews from the Germantown Board of Education candidates.